GM, everyone. So I'm going to be solo today. We did have a guest co-host lined up to fill in for Adrian, but they are unable to be here. Oop, that's my little alarm. So you're getting me solo. We're going to go a little solo today. Hopefully this is working okay. All right, I got a little notification, but I think it was just Pine Tree having some issues. No worries. Anyway, GM all, we're going to have a great show. We're going to do some updates, regular news. Me, do some regular news up the top. And then we have AzFlin coming in to chat about his new launch. Brand new game just came out this morning. So this is going to be a lot of fun. You're not going to want to miss it. He's going to be with me at the top of the hour at noon. So we'll do about 29 minutes of Farcaster news, and then AzFlin will be here. Little sneeze there. Fun. So very exciting. I'm really looking forward to having him walk us through the game, see what that's all about. That's going to be a lot of fun. We do have a lot of updates we're going to get into. So, but before that, we've got a little bit of our intro here. So I'm going to do our intro. We'll be back on the other side of the 67 seconds. While I'm doing that, retweet, recast, let people know you're watching. Jump in the chat over on YouTube if you're not there already. You can also chat from Twitter, but you may not see all the other folks in there. And let's get this party started. Happy Monday. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, known as Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. This episode of GM Farcaster is powered by Clanker. Each Monday, we'll bring you the latest news from the Clanker team and highlight the builders innovating with Clanker and Farcaster. Visit clanker.world to launch your token and check out all the new features that Clanker v4 has to offer. Thank you, Clanker, for sponsoring GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Monday, March 30th, and you are here with Nounish Prof for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day, plus a chat with AzFlin. I'm really excited about that. I think we're going to learn a lot about this new launch, this new game. Excited to see what he has in store. So this is going to be a lot of fun. But let's dive into it. We're going to start right off the bat with this from Brad Q. 29 seconds of Farcaster. What did you miss this weekend? Nikki Sapp released a new Farcaster client with built-in audio spaces. We're going to chat about that in just a bit. Uno is headed in a different direction from Farcaster client to Makechain client. I'd love to explain what that means, but I can't. I'm going to attempt as well, but I think we're going to need to get them on here at some point because I'm not sure if I know what's up. I'm going to get to that in a second. Yes to crypto. Farcaster Agentic Bootcamp starts today. Who's in? We're going to get into more of that. Degen NFTs were revealed. Everyone's got their cute little sloths now, and GM Farcaster is back today with guest co-host Burr, except where's Burr? Burr is not feeling well, so she was unable to make it. So I am solo, and hopefully we'll get Burr on soon because we have a lot of things to chat about with her because she's had so many things going on with Better with Burr. So hopefully we'll have her on soon to talk about all that. I do have like one little update from that as well. So we're going to just plow through a bunch of news, and then AzFlin will be on with us demoing his new game. So very excited about that. Makechain, as mentioned in the 29 seconds update, this from Christopher. We're excited to drop our specification.md for Makechain, a protocol for making things. We have a ton to share over the next few weeks, demos, apps, agents, on-ramps, and so much more built on top of this new network. No idea exactly what this is all about, but I think we'll just have to stay tuned. This also from Christopher in response to Burtwurst. Cool, can I use it from here or Uno? Or is this one of those fork things? So, and Christopher mentioned we're going to iterate Uno to be a Makechain client. It's totally different protocol than Farcaster, so not a fork. It's an actual L1 blockchain, so Makechain doesn't have any overlap. We are inspired by what we learned collaborating on Snapchain, though. So, but also not leaving Farcaster. We are way too online for that. Just noticed this in the chat from Lucci. I can't log in with my passkey. Please support me. Lucci, tag Farcaster at Farcaster_XYZ on Twitter X, and they will just make sure that gets logged. There was an issue logging into passkeys the other day. I don't know if that has been resolved yet. I haven't seen anything, but tag the new intern and they'll make sure to get back with you. Just doing a little customer support in the chat today. Yes, we are. All right, moving on. This from Adrian, and honestly, I'm going to need her back with us to actually explain what this means. Let me move this over a little bit. It worked. I have a production API that returns the GM Farcaster episode info based on the query you send it. Agents can pay 0.001 USDC on base via X402 to access it. Up next, hook up a custom domain, improve quality of response, create a discovery page that lists available APIs and how to use them. If anyone wants to try it out, let me know and I'll send you the URL. So I'm not exactly sure what she's doing over here. So we're going to ask her this again next week, but she was playing around with 402 at X402, and this was part of what she was doing. So anyway, she'll be back next week to explain exactly what the heck that all means. This from Rish, new Farcaster client with built-in audio spaces from Nikki Sapp, Juke.audio. And I believe this is in beta, so you can join the beta on iOS. This is a bit of a new client, but more so the focus is on the audio spaces. He wrote more about it here. Everybody kept saying Farcaster was dead. I aim to prove it was simply hibernating. So he started building. So check that out. And if you want to do some testing, hit up Nikki Sapp. Just comment on this and make sure he can get you in there into the beta. This from Terracola. Check out Group Clank leaderboard, literally 5 minutes on Danar Studio. So we introduced the Group Clank last week. We did one live with Just Clank It. My cute little warplet. And I am going to do some merch for that because I just like it. And I just want to because I think it's cute. So coming soon to a mug, a hat, and a t-shirt near you very soon. But we're going to, we'll do some more with that. Anyway, Group Clank, if you missed it last week, this is a way that you can launch a Clanker token on Farcaster or Twitter. You can, what happens is then up to 6 people, depends on how you set it. The default is 3, can join in the Group Clank and earn the referral fees, earn a portion, equal portion of the referral fees by quote casting or quote tweeting your cast, and they get to join if they get the most likes. So it's a little complicated to explain, but it was pretty easy in reality. So it was easy to do, very cute. And now you can see on the Group Clank board who's clanking together, how it's ranking, all those kind of fun things, and see who's doing some group clanks. So very cool. Very cool to see permissionless building in the Danar Studio. And this from me, okay. This was launched Dunk, just last week, this new account popped up. I had some concerns. Burr, who I was supposed to be co-hosting with today, I was excited to chat with her about this, had some concerns as well. So here's my thing. I don't know. This might be a very legit project, might be something useful. From what I can tell, what it is a Cato Yaps type of a thing that used to be happening over on Twitter. I don't know if it's the same team, might be a completely different team. I'm assuming it is. But a way to get rewarded for yapping is what I'm understanding it to be, but I do not fully understand. So what it says is Duncan is the meme layer of physical AI, turning robotics signals into culture, machine intelligence into narrative, intention into dunk. We'll see about that. There is a mini app people started adding, but the thing that I got concerned about was they had a lot of followers very quickly. I'm assuming they purchased them through some sort of mechanism because there were a lot of people who were following them who haven't been on Farcaster for a very long time. And I'm like, this seems a little odd. So here's my point. Be careful out there. Be safe. Be careful what you're doing. And this was a little warning from Burr. If you don't know what something is, who it's built by, or what it does in the slightest, why are you sharing it? Serious question. And Tony Hawk's response, but my airdrop. So, be careful out there, if you will. Moving on. We started a new QR segment on GM Farcaster. So this was a Jake new QR segment on GM Farcaster featuring some of this week's QR.fun auction winners like Light, Star LX, and Ferd J. Bid to win the auctions, you might just get a shout out on Farcaster's favorite show. So we're going to be doing this once a week since this is our only but my drop, bro. I know exactly. We're going to be doing this once a week since this is our only show this week because we are going to be off for the rest of the week. Both of us have kiddos home for break. So Adrian's traveling and I'm going to be doing some stuff around the house here. We're going to be taking the rest of the week off. But before that, we do want to talk about some of the QR posts that we didn't get to share because they came in after last week's show. This from the firm won auction 385. They got something going on. They're up to things again. We all remember the firm was pretty active and doing some fun things. Haven't fully understood what they're doing. But here's what it says now. Activating all sleeper employees. You have one incoming call. Autoboy by the firm. So go check it out. See what's going on with them. And then other auctions since we were on Thursday was Zero Human.co won auction 386. Where's their little, their image isn't coming up. Then we had UseLearnAI.com was another one. And find unclaimed airdrops. Speaking of your airdrops, yes, to crypto, but my airdrops, bro. There you go. You can find your unclaimed ones there. Be careful on anything that you see on the internet. And if you want to bid on auction 389, which is up right now, and I may just have to go bid on this one myself. If you know, 389. Also one of my noun auctions that I happen to own, special to me. Anyway. So right now you've got Wyoming Decentralized currently leading, wide.org currently leading, then Apply to Network School, Volt, a few other Stoic condos in there, Laser Technologies, Betrmint, Wally GPT, Crypto Airdrop Checker, Velocimon, Monthly Pro subscription, FC Pro, Mini Bean, Base Petition, Merkle, Moltbolt, Dex Screener, must be for Merkle Moltbolt. Sorry, I was like, why Dex Screener? Debt relief bots in there, 12 days of Friendsmas, Vibes, Trails, TaskP, Farbits, Send Free, Check Nanar Score, Product, Vortox, some random Google thing, and Powerful Platform, or powerfullink.eth. If you're wondering why there's like all these smaller bids way down at the bottom, you can set up an auto bid. If you did not know that, you can go in there, set up an auto bid. It will bid for you every time and you'll get attention as people are looking at the auction daily. Also, go into there. You have 14 minutes left to bid on this auction, and also means you have 14 minutes left to claim your QR for checking out yesterday's winner, which was the firm. Or no, sorry, find unclaimed airdrops. So go check that out. All right. Next up, let me reset here for a second. We got some Farcon Rome news. Very excited to chat about that. We are going to be chatting about Farcon Rome pretty much every day leading up to Farcon Rome, which is coming up May 4th and 5th. But before that, we've got some other fun things going on, like the agentic bootcamp, which is coming up starting today, kicking off at 6 p.m. CET. Session 1, Farcaster building blocks. They're going to cover hubs, clients, mini apps architecture, the open social graph, how to read and write to Farcaster, and why Farcaster is programmable. The goal is understand the infrastructure that agents operate on. So if you have an agent and you're looking to unleash them on Farcaster, be kind. This is the boot camp you want to be in. And I'm also just really excited to see what everyone builds. So we'll be seeing that very soon. AzFlin, I see you down there just finishing up the news. We're going to bring you up in just a bit. Okay, moving on. Berserker. Give me a break. Also, another related news. Farcon Rome is looking to be very good this year. Yes, the official KitKat 12-ton theft report is true and taken from their Twitter. Yes, this was real, happening and like everywhere on the internet over the past couple days. KitKat, this actually happened. So this was the official statement. We can confirm that 12 tons of KitKat products were stolen while in transit between our factory in central Italy and their destination in Poland. Berserker, interesting. We are working closely with local authorities and supply chain partners to investigate. The good news, there are no concerns for consumer safety and supply is not affected. Thank you. And then this came out from Farcon Rome. We can confirm 12 tons of KitKat products did not make it to their destination. They made it to Farcon Rome instead. We are working closely with the contributors to finish the investigation and the KitKats. The good news, nothing will be left. I've been seeing a lot of funny takes on this, including Domino's, the official Domino's account, shouting out that KitKat pizza coming soon. A little bit more from Rome. See, it's clearly morning here. No cappuccino allowed after 11 a.m. So the Farcon Rome team is trying to school us in all things Rome and Italy. So there is a quiz, but Adrian had said, I'm so ready to drink a cappuccino in Rome in the late afternoon, leisurely, sitting at a table at a cafe, who's with me, and was quickly corrected that that is not a thing. So you're going to have that cappuccino earlier. And if you want to learn more, you can take the quiz. There's a daily quiz right now in the Farcon Rome mini app where you can be learning some Italian, learning about some other cultural things, and get ready for Farcon Rome. So there are still tickets available. Also, you can apply for a scholarship for a free ticket. So still time to get in there and get your travel booked. So very exciting. Yeah, break me off a piece of that Farcon bar. Exactly. And go learn all the other things in the Farcon mini app or over at farcon.eu. All righty, couple more things, and then we're going to bring up AzFlin. I see him hanging there in the green room. Very excited to chat with him. We got a couple more builder things to talk about. Just getting my links. Come on, my links. Come on, you can do it. Load for me, please. We've got a few more builder things to get to, and then we're going to get to our builder for today, AzFlin, to talk about his new game. So I'm very excited about this. We do have a few more things to chat about. Come on. You can do it. I know you can. See, this is the part where usually I have Adrian to chat with while I'm waiting for things to load. So now you get to hear me just chattering to myself. Okay, here we go. I remember our launch here 1 year ago. This was from Megapot. The Farcaster community gave us the best product feedback we could have asked for, shared it widely, and some of y'all even built on top of our protocol. This place is truly unmatched for early app builders. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. And this was in response to Megapot announcing that they raised 5 million led by Dragonfly to build a global lottery. So very cool to see this. Congratulations to the team. And more importantly, yes, this is why you should build on Farcaster. Early days, get that support, work out your bugs. MVPs do well here. All right, come on. Speaking of, JP Frenetto, if this ever comes up, has a cast where you can add what you are building into it. And it has some great replies here. So this from JP Frenetto. A big part of what brings me to Farcaster is the concentration of cool people creating new stuff. What are you working on? What do you care about? Share it below so I can give you feedback and hopefully some fun direction for it. And if you scroll through, you'll see some cool things that are being built and also some feedback from JB Fernetto and some others. So go check it out. But this is a great place to find some cool things that people are building. And then this from, speaking of cool things people are building, this from MF Bevan. There's some changes on the way for the Farverse. The latest base news read, mini apps is annoying, but it's in the best interest of the project to adapt. Fortunately, there's a path forward that I've been chipping away at for a while already, and we're soon going to be consolidating all of the Farverse games into a new Farverse Games hub, farverse.games. Slay to Earn, Farpets, Monverse, Warplets, and future Farverse games will use the new architecture that will allow them to run more seamlessly on the web and will not be locked down to Farcaster. Mini apps will still be available for all of them, so you'll have the best of both worlds. You'll also find this neat little portal to jump around the Farverse games more easily. So you can learn more here in this cast, which will be in our show notes, as well as the Farverse mini app. And connected with that also was this. I still don't exactly know what this is, but they were told the land was empty. They cast it anyway. They were told no one was reading. They replied anyway. They were told it was over. They were just getting started for those who remain and for those who come after 37 Ronin. So we'll see what this is all about very soon. But that's my little guy. And yeah, more to come. See what he gets to do. But I liked mine. He pulled the blue and green from my glasses, but that was it. Lost the dog, lost the pizza. It's very unusual for these sorts of things. This from Nonlinear. Auto by Seo and Borco is really well done. It elegantly abstracts away the many complexities of DeFi into a simple, easy-to-use AI chat interface. Oh, and it gets the best possible spot prices on Base and Arbitrum via Fabric's DEX aggregation, which is called Spandex. So this is from Seo. Auto is now live as a Farcaster mini app, an AI-powered wallet that executes across the biggest venues in crypto, across Base and Solana, swaps across Jupiter, DFlow, Uniswap, CowSwap, 0x Project, Relay, and Fabric. Best prices on swaps with meta aggregation. Trade perps on Hyperliquid, bets on Polymarket. So very cool. Hey, Oddjob. Moving on, this from Egg Cooker. So for those who were looking at the feed this weekend, everybody turned into an egg. So this was from Eggman. I'm hosting the second Eggman Day, or from Egg Cooker, I should say, wishing for world peace. The happy yellow Eggman virus has now spread to 471 people across 69 countries. All you have to do is switch your PFP to Eggman during that time. And then this was the wrap-up cast. Eggman Day is over. So many people joined. It turned into a huge success We even had a surprise appearance from Farcaster joining in, which made it blow up even more. To everyone who got infected but didn't get activated in time, sorry about that. Even though the event's over, I'll keep activating people one by one for the next round. Sorry for the wait. Please hang tight in the waiting room a bit longer. Let's get this opportunity to connect with each other and keep building Farcaster together. So I believe these are individually done, each one. So it does take a little bit longer. So bear with Eggman on that while the egg cooker is cooking. Lastly, a couple more builder items, and then we're going to bring up AzFlin. This from Toady Hawk, our intrepid better dev, NetNose, was in the lab this weekend, and we have just shipped a fresh batch of quality of life upgrades to Betrmint. Mint up to 10x at once, up from 5. We've actually seen requests for a 25x button, but want to test gas limits with Chainlink at 10x first. So far, everything's smooth. Super Spinner and Ultra Spinner just got easier to hit with thresholds lower from 100 to 50 and 50 to 25 to make those badges and multipliers more attainable. Spinning all remaining button is now unlocked after just one spin, previously needed 2. Small tweak, but big win for our highest volume spinners. We dropped a brand new dynamic embed preview that shows the featured art of the day when you share the spin link for that day, which we hope will highlight the talent of our artists and creators even more. All the above is live in app now. Go check it out. A couple other pots on the fire. Better Karma is evolving. We're building a brand new Karma Quests page that will turn passive daily drops into active claimable quests, including limited time quests, partner quests, and more. Sneak peek of the new UX below, shipping soon. And finally, hosted creator minting is coming. We're working on custom contracts so our featured creators can mint directly on Betrmint without needing to host them elsewhere. This has been on our minds for a while, but the PD.Fund sunset announcement has pushed it to the front of the roadmap. More soon here too. So very cool to see Betrmint iterating and especially adjusting to changing markets. This from the Burrintern, Better with Burr late night update, March 29th, 244 lifetime installs, 142 games settled all time, 10.8 million better awarded. That's crazy. Updates, return to table, jump back into Burr Poker anytime. Mobile poker just got better, larger buttons and smoother betting. Share results now works for high stakes Sunday and word a day. So the Better with Burr app has been doing a lot of new partnerships, adding some new things. Was hoping to chat with Burr about this today, but we'll have to catch up with her another time. But very cool to see. Make sure you're following the Burr Intern because it's giving a lot of cool updates about what's going on there. This from Two Chans, also known as Thumb, to those of us who've been around here for a minute. I made a group chat to discuss latest AI tooling workflows. If you use agents daily and are constantly tinkering to get these MFers to perform at a higher level, reach out and I'll add you. Not a place to share AI news. We have enough of that already. Just practical tips, tricks that work, and a place to ask questions. So very cool to see this. And lastly, from Willy Wonka, I saw this over on Twitter and I was like, dude, you need to start sharing this stuff on Farcaster as well. A new hobby I picked up over the past year is vibe writing sci-fi novellas. You start with a rough idea, orchestrate AI to do the heavy lifting, do some final editing, polish, and voila, a bespoke story about whatever you can imagine. So while testing an upcoming feature for Venice.ai, interesting, I took the opportunity to bring my latest idea to life and the results blew me away. Very excited to share more about this new feature soon, which is far more than a novel writer. In the meantime, I present The Alignment Problem, a 42,000 word novella written, illustrated, and narrated entirely on Venice.ai. And you can find it the alignment problem.vercel.app or the hyphen alignment hyphen problem.vercel.app. And I started reading it last night and it's pretty good. So very cool. And it's something interesting was that I had just talked to Adrian about, I had a similar idea, little different genre, and was just starting to like think it through and think, might play around with something this week. And then I saw this from Willie. So cool to see what Venice.ai is up to. They are really cooking, and I need to get back over there and play around, see what's new. All righty. That is it for our news. We are going to zip in to AzFlin right now. I'm going to do a quick little intro with his cast from today. Just waiting for it to get loaded up here. All right. So let me do a little intro with this, and then I will bring him to the stage. This from AzFlin, introducing Defense of the Agent, 3-lane MOBA, MOBA. Play as a human on Farcaster or AI agent on OpenClaw. Fast-paced, casual gameplay. AI is ushering a new era of indie games where creators can build 10x faster and agents participate as well. How to play. Play on your FC, mini app, or browser. You or your agent control a hero. Choose your class and level up abilities as you gain XP. Push in one of 3 lanes, top, mid, or bot. No micro required. Heroes, auto fight. You decide strategy. Destroy opponents' base to win. I've deployed the token DOTA, D-O-T-A, on Clanker. It will serve as an in-game currency to unlock perks, skins, and other future utility. My goal is to build a fun game that both Web 2 and Web 3 audiences can enjoy. See you in the arena. And with that, let's bring AzFlin up right now to the stage. Welcome. Welcome to GM Farcaster.
Hello. How are you? Thank you for that great intro.
Yeah, I figured I'd do the cast first and then bring you up so we got a little bit of background for our audience. And I'm hoping you also can do a little demo for us in a minute. But let's take a beat and just talk about what inspired you to create this game.
Yeah. One note about the demo, you're going to have to do it for me if you don't mind, just
Oh,
because I'm
Lord.
on my phone.
Okay.
But it's a very easy game to play, so like there shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. We'll see. Oh boy, my
Put you
abilities
on the
though.
spot. No, you'll see. It's super chill. I made it a
Okay.
casual game on purpose.
Okay.
But to answer
All right,
your
awesome.
question, what inspired me to build this game? So a couple of things. First thing is just I've been a big lifelong gamer, big Blizzard fan of like MOBAs, MMORPGs, like hardcore, classic, like PvP type stuff. Right. So a lot of the artwork is inspired by Warcraft actually, and
Oh wow.
League of Legends.
Okay.
League of Legends and Dota was one of my favorite games. So I wanted to create a casual version of the game that ties into crypto, that can use a cryptocurrency as an in-game currency, and I also wanted it to tie into the AI agent narrative because OpenClaw agents can do so much. They can play games themselves. And the last point is AI has gotten so strong recently in the past about 3 to 4 months. The ability to create games, I think, has gotten so much easier.
Yeah.
So that really pushed me to make this. But yeah, those are my main inspirations.
Awesome. So it's funny that you're mentioning like that you call this Dota. So Nouns had a gaming team for a while, and one of their main founders was one of the Dota champions. So that was funny that you decided to go that direction. I'm like, I had never
There's
heard of Dota until the Nouns team, because nouns.gg. Yeah. So just kind of funny. All right, let's dive into this. I'm nervous because I am not a good gamer. So
don't be.
let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Let me pull this out so we get a good screen of this. So you go in, defensive agents, first MOBA where AI agents and humans fight side by side. Casual idle MOBA game where AI agents, we talked about this already. Play as human. We're gonna play as human. Ooh, what are you doing back there? You clanking. Is this the battle? Oh, this is it.
Yes, this is it. So as you could, yeah, there you're going right at it. Yeah, exactly. So
Oh, hold
go
on.
ahead
I
and
think I gotta turn off the sound. Let me turn off the sound real quick.
yeah, turn off the sound.
Woo, that is loud. And I don't think you guys were hearing it, but I was hearing real loud. So I've got
No, we didn't
melee
hear
or
it.
ranged. I don't know what the I don't know which one to do here.
So your
Tell
choice.
me if it's
Melee's like a classic, like tanky character. Ranged is like a classic archer archetype.
okay. Let's go ranged. And I'm going to choose my class, and then let's see. Let's see. Come on, come on. You can do this.
That's weird.
Come on.
Maybe actually somebody else reported.
Oh, let's just go
Oh,
in and just check it out.
yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll just go and just so we can see it.
We'll
This is cool.
spectate first. We'll spectate
Yeah, we'll
first.
spectate first so we can see what's going on. So I didn't realize it was already running in the background when I opened it up. Oh wow, cool. So what?
I made it
Tell me
like
a little
that.
bit of like what I'm doing, what I'm looking at.
Sure. So you're thrown right into the game as a spectator. It is a classic 3-lane MOBA. So for those who don't know, a MOBA is a game where you choose a hero and then you fight creeps and you fight other heroes, and the goal is to destroy the enemy base. And after a game ends, a game restarts on a brand new slate, and you go again, right? So every like character you see with the circle underneath, that is either a real person or an AI agent currently playing.
Oh wow. Okay. So we've got this whole battle going on here. What is this big thing over here? Oh, human wins. Okay, a human
So
won.
that was the orc base that just died. So now it's going to restart. So I see
Okay.
the game starts exactly all the way from scratch. And if you see the little icons besides the heroes, that means they've verified with either Twitter or Farcaster. So those are
Okay.
real players.
So, but they could technically be, even on Farcaster, they could be a bot. They could be an AI agent, even if they
Mhm.
verified, yes? Or are you verifying somehow for human? Do we know?
Uh, I mean, I guess it's possible for a bot to have a Farcaster account.
It is.
But
Yeah,
so yeah, I guess technically that could be true. But I'm assuming that if you're on this mini app, that you are a human.
probably a human. Okay. And then if you want your AI agent to play for you, how do they go about setting that up? Is there a certain like command line interface or something like that to do that, or where do they go to learn more about that?
Yeah, so it's written all in the docs and the instructions, but you simply
Okay.
just copy and paste a command to your OpenClaw. So you tell your OpenClaw, read my skill.md, and your OpenClaw will visit, my skill.md and receive instructions to basically set up a script and a job to play this game.
Cool. I'm just poking around to like see all these cool things. I do think this is, to me, one of the exciting parts of AI building, because I built this tiny little game back in December just using the Nair studio, and I was just amazed I could build it. Like it wasn't,
Mm.
it's not that great. It's not that exciting of a game, but the fact that I could even produce something where I have very little technical background, I thought was really cool. So this is way bigger than anything I would have envisioned. So very cool.
Thank you,
Uh,
thank you. Yeah,
yeah.
try
And how are
hitting
you
try hitting
feeling
the.
about it? How are you feeling about like how it's working and all that?
I'm yeah, I'm feeling really good. Got a lot of positive like feedback on Twitter saying people really liked the game. They really vibed with the game. A lot of people thought the idea was like creative and interesting and not something that people have really done before. Um, so yeah,
Cool.
I feel good about it, and looking forward to really building on this and pushing this. Like this really was kind of an MVP to really just prove that like this could work. I spent a lot of time thinking about like the minimal structure and paths and gameplay, to make this happen, right? Because building a game is a very big endeavor.
Yeah.
It may be easy to code it, but to think of a fun gameplay loop um, is not easy. So
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta still make it engaging. And I think if it's something that you like and that you're interested in, that makes a huge difference because you're going to make it so that you want to play yourself. And I think that makes the difference.
Yeah,
So how have
exactly.
you found it from the gameplay, like from what you're used to playing and all that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I find it fun. I just like, it's super chill. Like you could just be on your phone, like pop up in the mini app, lie down, watch your hero, like, kill some creeps. So I find it like super fun just to play and to build. But
I
I want
think,
to,
and
yeah.
I think because I have so many things open on my screen, that's probably why I'm having some issues. I'm on here to like get on myself. But
Hit play
what are
one more
some?
time
Let me try
I
one
want
more
to
time,
see
but I'll see
this
if it
is
works. Um,
or try closing it and
yeah,
restarting it.
let's start over. Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Yeah, it is. I'll have
Because
to debug that.
it's between the streaming and the million things I've got open. If you're not familiar with how I do this show, where I have so many things open. Let me try resetting here. Let's see if we can get it open. Let me see if I can do it. I'll do the melee one and see if that makes any difference. Hold on. Come on. Yeah, I think I'm stuck. Um, I think I might be stuck. So I think we'll go back to spectator just so people can
Okay,
see.
yeah. Just go
Yeah,
to.
let me go back just so we can
That's
have it on the
interesting.
screen. Yeah, it very well could just be me. Honestly, because I have a lot of issues like that with this computer and when I'm doing the show. So anything that takes a lot of memory, it could just be on my end.
So
Um,
try clicking on one of the heroes.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that
So
was
you
loud.
can.
I'm gonna turn the sound off again just
Oh
because
yeah.
that
Turn the
scared me.
sound off.
But that was cool. Okay.
Yeah. So if you click on a hero, you can like examine their level, their health, their
Okay.
abilities. The way this game works is every
And
three
the
levels that
heroes are
you gain.
everything that are in the circles.
Yeah, the heroes
Right.
are like
Yeah.
the bigger units. The heroes are like
Yeah.
strong. The small units are like weak little like creatures that you kill, right? And the
Okay,
heroes
cool.
are.
So we're seeing in the bottom, hey, if you're in the chat and you're playing, tell me where you are. I'll try and play up. Um, see
And you
if I
can
pull up your
also
hero. That's cool.
do this like on the mini map. Click on the mini map on the
Where's the
bottom
mini map?
left.
Oh, right here. Okay. Like,
Yeah, so you can like drag
oh,
it around.
oh, cool. So I can go back over here. I can see what's going on here. Oh, that's cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
So I made it. I
This
tried to, yeah, really
very
copy
cool. Yeah.
what MOBAs are like.
Ooh, and you could see like the activity too and where people are coming from. Oh, cool.
Yeah, if you click on scoreboard too, and you can on the top right,
Scoreboard. Okay, cool. Very
and then you see,
cool.
yeah.
And we can see who's playing. And if I
I
can
see some
I
Claude bots on there. Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, you've got Alice Claude. I'm assuming that's a Claude bot.
yeah,
Very cool. And then you've got messages as well. So people can be messaging each other on here as well.
yes. This feature is not fully fleshed out, but it's where AI agents send in messages.
Oh, cool. So just the agents are sending. It's not humans as well, or no, I
No,
don't see anywhere
humans
to
are
enter.
not sending. Humans are not. Humans are
Oh,
not sending.
fascinating. Okay,
Yeah,
that's interesting. Let me go find the people here. There we go. So that's actually cool too
yeah.
with the map that I can kind of zoom in to see where people are playing and stuff like that. So that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's set up exactly like a traditional MOBA, but casual.
Very cool. Very cool. Um, wow, this is neat. How long did it take you to create this? About.
I think about like a month. Yeah,
Okay. That's still not very long considering, we're still
it's
waiting
not too
for
long.
what you call it, B6 here. Um,
Yeah, it's the amount of time required to build a game now is has greatly diminished, especially if you're like you know how to code from like before. You're not like a plain vibe coder.
yeah.
So I think yeah, really, I think we should be seeing a lot more
I think
games as mini maps, as mini apps, just Yeah, we
Totally.
should
And
be
I
seeing a
think
lot
I
more.
think everyone, if you have an idea, I think you shouldn't be afraid to go play around. It's probably going to be harder than you think, but also easier than you think at the same time, if that makes any sense. Um, like to get it really good, you still need some skills, I feel like. I feel like if you have some coding skills, it's much easier, but you'll be surprised at yourself if you don't have any, like how well you can do. So it's pretty impressive. This is great. So
Thank you.
tell me how the Clanker is going to kind of play into this. Like, what would the token do, as we like to say?
Good question. So a lot of Web3 gaming does like the classic like artificial Ponzi with token emissions that usually it's very hard to pull off. So I decided not to go that route. I wanted it to make just a classic utility token, but just for that game, right? So holding the token in the wallet will unlock certain abilities and skins and features for you. You might be
Oh,
able to
cool.
choose a new class if you hold the token, right? So it's kind of like similar to in Web 2, like microtransactions or Robux from Roblox, right? They all have these, native in-game Web 2 currencies, but why don't we just apply that like to Web 3? That token is perfect for
Right.
doing the exact same thing. And then eventually I plan to add wagering too, where you can bet on the winner of a game. So
There we
that'll use
go.
the native
Yeah.
token.
We
Yeah.
call those prediction markets,
Yeah,
AzFlin. We don't
yeah.
call
Right,
that
right, right.
wagering. It
Right,
is
right, right.
not gambling. It is a prediction
Of
market.
course, of
Thank
course, of
you.
course, of
I'm
course.
trying to keep you out of trouble.
Yeah.
I think you just, make a great point. And when we're talking about tokens and why people launch tokens and, the token should serve the project, not the project serving the token. Totally agree. We talk about that a lot here, where we ask, what would the token do? Meaning like, why even bother having it if it's not an add to the project? If it's just going to create a burden, it's probably not worth it. But this sounds like to me the really good use cases of tokens for in-game. The same way you would use just a, typical, here's your bag of gold kind of thing you earned in a game. You can turn it into it in ERC20 or other type of token that then has real world use cases, and that becomes just much more powerful in my mind. So I like the idea of it, unlocking skins or unlocking different things within the game. But then also, I think the prediction market thing is big, because even if I'm, not a good player, I could be in there watching a tournament or something, and backing my friend who I think is gonna, take the whole thing or whatever. So I think there's a lot of fun to be had with this for sure. And then Odd Job said nice social features, and I agree. Like that, I think that's where something like Farcaster really unlocks a piece to this puzzle. Where if I can just log in, play as my Farcaster account, and then see my friends playing or whatever, and have those sort of conversations, sort of looping back to the feed, then you have this sort of, dare I say, flywheel uh, that brings you back into the game. So that's pretty cool. Um,
Yeah.
what else are you thinking about in terms of like the game development, like what's coming next, all those kind of fun pieces?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot I'm thinking about. There's a couple of like quality of life things that I have to do right away, like make a leaderboard. And then from then I'm just gonna take community feedback and some ideas on my own to just improve the game, like add more classes, add more skills. Somebody suggested a way to go back. Um, of course, the token integrations that we're talking about. I mean, you made a good point. Like, tokens are just really in a weird place right now. Like, a lot
Yeah.
of the tokens do nothing. um, but the thing is, like, I don't even you don't even need your token to do that much, right? That's like in my
No,
game, my token doesn't do that, right? But it needs to do something
I
to
think
serve,
if it's for a project, I think it should do something. It should provide some kind of benefit, whatever that is. Like hold a certain amount in your wallet to unlock, something special, something different that's unique. And I think there's a lot of opportunity with that with gaming for sure. So I think that,
Exactly.
yeah, there's a lot of potential. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that if we just look at traditional games, you can see where the potential is very easily. Um,
yeah,
but you have those things that get locked in there and stuff like that too, where you can unlock some things that move out to the outside world.
yeah.
And not to say that, a meme coin for meme coin's sake isn't worthwhile, hello Doge, but also it's nice when they do things
It is.
in this
We're
world,
we're
you know.
we're yeah, we're moving towards more of that narrative, I would
For
say.
sure. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
also, I think for a long time, there was, a lack of clarity on what you could and couldn't do, so a lot of people held back, and I think now that we're getting more guidance from a regulatory perspective, that opens up a lot of opportunity for creativity with tokens. So, yeah, could be fun. Um,
Yeah.
Amazing. And I didn't get a chance to look at the token. Is it on base? I didn't
Yeah,
notice
it's on
that in
base.
the
It's a
question.
clanker.
Okay. It's a clanker on base. All right, cool.
It's a
Well, I
clanker
mean,
on base.
you can clank on other chains, so just making sure.
All
I
right,
thought it
right.
was on base, but I didn't get a chance to go check it out yet. What else should we know about the game? And I do have one other question about something else in a second, but what else should we know? What else should we be on the lookout for the game itself?
Yeah, I mean, follow me on X, follow the handle on, sorry, the games X as well. I'm gonna be trying to be pushing
Okay,
on traditional Web 2 channels as well. I've been recently, like, adjusting my feed, so I see a lot of, like, indie game
oh,
dev
cool.
stuff. Um, Super cool, like, part of Twitter, but it really, there's a lot of, friction between that and Web3 gaming, right? So I kinda wanna, branch off, try to reach those guys, get people to play the game that aren't even involved in Web3. I'm gonna make a TikTok for it too. So really, yeah, just really wanting to make like the most fun possible like game and have it reach, as big of an audience as possible.
Very cool. Make sure you're sharing on Farcaster too with us, especially when you launch like your TikTok and things like that, and we'll push people to go follow you there as well. Um, and I have one
Sounds good.
other question for you that is unrelated to the game, but I saw this post and it got my attention. And this was something you had posted over on Twitter. I have a family member with a rare cancer called medullary thyroid cancer. AI will, without a doubt, improve treatments for long tail diseases, and you can directly participate. One of the most valuable resources for rare diseases is Facebook groups. Thousands of patients from around the world congregate to share their experiences, treatments, surgeries, drug therapies, everything. I used AI to write a script to scrape the posts in this group every day, saving every post to an SQL database. Every few days, I get an LLM to summarize the recent posts and send me a report of the recent activity. In the future, I'll be able to query my SQL database to search for specific things and questions. The collective posts of thousands of patients over years will serve as an incredible reservoir of knowledge that you cannot trivially find on the internet. With AI, everyone has incredible power in their hands. That is awesome. Like that to
Thank
me
you.
got my attention and I was like, wow, what a great idea first of all, because there's all this data out there, there's all this individual anecdotal experience, but it's really hard to sort through, especially if you're in a moment where you really want to find that information. It's just a lot to try to comb through. How has this been helpful? And did you just come up with this yourself, or was there some place that you like saw this inspiration to create sort of the tooling for this?
I came up with it myself. I mean, I'm a software engineer, so like just scraping websites and scraping data is like
Like
natural to me.
second, just secondhand.
It's like just second nature. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I was part of this like Facebook group for like years, right? And I would like go on it maybe like once a week, scroll for a few minutes, right? Or whatever. It's like absorb the information that I get. And that information they're gold mines, right? Because you're going
Yeah.
straight to the source. You're going straight to patients that and every patient's different. Every patient's got their own
Yep.
story. But it was really, the idea came to me like when, like in the past few months, when like AI has accelerated so hard. Like before, I could have scraped before too. It would have taken me probably 10 to 20 x as long to like write the code to do it, right? But with AI, I'm like just so much faster, and scraping's a lot easier. And also the other thing is you can feed a whole bunch of, like, for example, say I take whatever 100 posts and 100 comments, I can put that into a single prompt and ask the LLM to derive insights from that chunk of data that I
Mm.
just pasted, right? So there's that's new too, which made the idea more plausible recently.
I think, yeah, somebody just said we'd like to see Research Hub used for gathering information on things like this as well. I think there's so much potential in this area for using AI for good, to really pull that information together and be able to find not only better treatments and hopefully, AI being able to find things early, all that kind of stuff, but also just for after the fact for dealing with things. Like you mentioned, like everyone's different the way they react to different treatments and being able to find, best practices or help for patients who are dealing with things. And I can see this in, so many different areas, but cancer in particular. So yeah, this jumped out at me. Also, I have, family members who are dealing with some stuff as well. And I was like, wow, this, could be very helpful for them. So um, very cool. Very, very cool.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Did I miss anything? Anything else you wanted to mention or throw out
Oh,
there? Or we have, AzFlin, you're the same on Twitter and Farcaster, which is great. Any other socials they should be following right now to keep up with the game
no, no,
development?
no.
Just
Just
those
follow me
two.
on, yeah, X and Farcaster. Yeah, I post a lot on X particularly, but I want to spend more time here.
Spend more time here. We like you over here, especially
Yeah,
for when you're, especially in the building aspects of it. You got a lot of builders over here. Love to hear your experience, or for testing things, because yeah, they love to do that sort of stuff. So go check it
or
out. Go check out the game, Defense of the Agents, and jump into either the mini app, or where can they go on the web to play? Is there a place that they?
defenseoftheagents.com.
All right, defenseoftheagents.com. Amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate you
Thank
joining
you.
joining
Yeah,
us
it was
today.
a great interview.
And thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to wrap up the show. So thanks so much, AZ
Okay,
Flynn. We'll
bye.
see you. And I'll have to go play when I'm not streaming and have 1,000 links open, and hopefully it will work probably completely smoothly for me when I jump on my phone. Um, and thank you all for being here. Burr, hope you're feeling better. Adrian, hope you're having fun wherever you're traveling to. Thanks everybody in the chat for being here today with me. We'll be back next Monday. We're not going to be on for the rest of this week, but this episode and all the episodes will be in our paragraph post coming out later today. All the episodes from last week. All the show notes will have the links to everything we talked about. You'll be able to find that right now on Twitter, and as well as the live section on the GM Farcaster on YouTube. But later today, you'll find it wherever you get your podcasts. And with that, everybody, we're going to wrap it up for today. POAP for Prof's first solo hosting. You know what? I couldn't remember if I'd done this by myself before. I have. I have done it before. So I asked Warpy. I'm like, Warpy, have I ever done it solo? And our bot, our little AI agent said, yep, you have. Episode 121 or something like that. So this is not the first time, but it's rare. It's rare that you get a solo prof. And I'll tell you right now, you're never getting a solo Adrian. She would have just canceled. She would have flat out canceled. So yes, first one for this year. There we go. First one for this year. All right, everybody. I will see you again next Monday, back with Adrian for our usual shenanigans. And until then, everybody, bye-bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode of GM Farcaster. And thank you to all our partners and HyperSub supporters bringing this episode to you. Follow the GM Farcaster channel for all the latest updates and add our mini app on Farcaster and the base app. Until next time, bye-bye.